Hey guys, this video is for Chartered Accountancy students of CAF level. Here are some examination techniques for ICAP CAF exams. 15 minutes reading and planning time. Spend 15 minutes to have a look at the entire question paper and go through the specific required sections of all questions. Also plan the sequence of questions which you want to attempt. Plan your answer, according to marks allocated time to each question, and allocate 1.8 minutes for 1 mark. Make links, connect the answer with scenario, and avoid selective study. ICAP always discourages selective study by setting questions from previous attempts. Unseen questions. You have to mentally prepare yourself for unseen questions. Time management. Practice questions in an exam condition in order to manage time in an effective manner. As mentioned before, allocate 1.8 minutes for each 1 mark. For example, if there's a 10 marks question, try to solve it in 18 minutes. And for this practice, college tests are the best available arrangement. Past papers. Almost 50% paper is based on previous ICAP past papers. It is strongly advised to consult and practice past papers thoroughly. Solve all questions of ICAP previous 9 attempts, which are autumn 15 to autumn 19. This may be helpful for the upcoming spring 2020 attempt. The next one is paper reading. Paper reading should be done very carefully. Learn by heart, cram the definitions, and important terms. Pay full attention, emphasize upon the topics which were highlighted by your tutor during the lectures. Focus on quality, don't go for quantity. Always keep focus on quality. Be precise, and to the point, and after paper completion, spend spare time for paper reading if possible. You can definitely score 2 to 3 marks which can be decisive, and keep your material fresh. It is observed that 90% material is going to be forgotten after 24 hours. Keep your material fresh through revision. Types of questions asked. In ICAP exams, usually the following types of questions are asked. Number 1, knowledge-based. Write what you have learned by heart. Number 2, comprehension-based. Develop understanding and reproduce in your own language. And the third one, application or scenario-based. You have to decide which answer is best suited. Class tests. Class tests are the most important opportunity to prepare for the examinations, so appear in all tests and try your level best to get through them successfully. It will help ultimately in the final exams. Understand first, cram last. Decide when to prepare for exams. From where to prepare, what to prepare, and how to prepare. Here are some techniques for preparing headings in an effective way. In the paper, give 1 line spacing from above and below the heading. Capitalize first letter of the first word of every heading. All subsequent words of each heading should be written in small letter, and heading should never ever be underlined. No colon or dash should be placed after headings. What does the following terms mean in the exam? The term enlist means to make a list. State, to express fully or clearly the details of or the facts of. Define, give the exact meaning of. Describe, to communicate the key features of. And the term distinguish means to highlight the differences between. The term explain means to make clear or state the meaning of. Identify, to recognize, establish or select after consideration. Illustrate, use an example to describe or explain something, and the last term is discuss, which means to examine in detail by arguments. Here are some anxiety coping techniques. Start with questions which are easy to attempt. Afterwards, when in flow, you may be able to attempt the difficult ones. Concentrate on the paper. Don't think about what you can't do. Don't feel panic. Some papers, for example, BMBS, consist of knowledge-based and application-based questions. During the first hour of paper time, students should preferably attempt knowledge-based questions, which require writing crammed answers. After first hour in exam, the mind will be in its top gear. Only then students should take up application-based questions. Avoid giving examples in your answers, unless required by the examiner. How to tackle scenario-based questions. As you read the scenario-based questions, underline key terms such as topics and directions by the examiner. Use technical vocabulary as much as possible. Control your emotional reactions after the exam. It may have adverse effects on the next or upcoming papers. Here are some important tips. Start every new answer from new page except parts. Use black color ball pen. All parts of a question should be solved together. Avoid cuttings and overwriting. Don't write any blank question number without any content. Manage your stress during exam. In BMBS paper, on the first page, there are some questions which require brainstorming and don't have direct answers. Don't get confused. You can manage these challenging questions during the last hour of the paper. Don't give just headings in your answers. Construct full and complete relevance. Some answers may require more details than are available in study text. Improve your writing speed and make your handwriting legible. If you're stuck on a point in any paper, for example, accountings or cost and management accounting paper, don't spend too much time on it. There is step-wise marking. Suppose, if you're unable to perform an adjustment, don't waste too much time on it, just assume a value and go to the next point. Keep in mind, there is step-wise marking.